Hi, my name is Kelly, and I am a women's hair loss support and authenticity coach. I am excited to share with Pearl today.
I'm good to see you again. Had to walk out to let you back in. Stuck in a storm of a relationship. Lost my fire. Oh, and I forgot about me for way too long. But it's rolled on. Now there ain't no shade around here.
Shwenza with another episode of Conversations with Pearl. I'm so excited to bring you our guest today because her energy when I first met her, every time, I don't always get to meet everybody in person, but even like through the Zoom recording, it's such great energy. So sit back, get a cup of tea, or if you drink coffee, you can get coffee too, or whatever is just going to put a little pep in your day. But I want to introduce you to my special guest, Kellie Rhymes. She's a confident, bald woman who has overcome her own struggles with hair loss to help other women facing similar challenges. She's a certified transformational practitioner, and through her coaching program, Limitless Mindset Coaching, she guides women in building their confidence and embracing their hair loss. She has personally experienced this transformative power of building herself up and has learned to let go of negative self-talk and fears about how others perceive her. Kellie now walks with confidence and receives compliments and admiration from strangers. She is dedicated to helping other women feel free and empowered to be their authentic selves. I am so excited to have you here today, Kellie. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so much fun. And I mean, you guys, if you're listening to us, if I could just describe this beautiful woman who has this amazing smile, who happens to not have hair as well. I mean, just that's the first thing I see about you, Kellie. But I can imagine as we go through our story today, that's not always been that case for you. And I'm excited to walk into that journey with you today and share. But I do this with every episode now. It's something new I've done. And so the readers are starting to get used to this, I think. But, when we were younger, we had these aspirations and these dreams about what I want to be when I get older. When I grow up and live the adult world, I want to be, the president of the United States, a firewoman, whatever those things may be for us. What was Kellie's aspiration when she was little? And how does it parallel to what you're doing today?
Oh, okay. So I have two answers for this question. When I was like in kindergarten, I wanted to be a firewoman. So that was what I wanted to be. But of course, I didn't know anything about what that entailed, right? But as I got a little bit older, maybe in junior high, high school, I always envisioned myself as like some type of marketing person. I'm in a boardroom, I'm giving a presentation. Like I always envisioned myself doing something like that. It was always going to be in business in some form or fashion.
And look at you today. Like you have this business and you're teaching and you're educating. This is so cool. It's kind of like for me too. It's interesting. I said firewoman, and here that was one of your thoughts too. But
Uh-huh.
like for me, even growing up, I wanted to be a teacher. I always thought I wanted to be an elementary school teacher, and I never really went down that path because I didn't have the opportunity and the guidance on how to get there. But here
Right.
I am today, full circle. I'm teaching and coaching and doing the things that I love to do and helping inspire and empower other women. So I think it's so amazing. So tell us your journey. Give us an idea of like when did you start, at what point in your life did the hair loss start happening for you?
Mhm.
And then also tell us like how was reaction, not just for you, but like those around you? How did they support you?
Oh, okay. Well, I actually started losing my hair in my late 20s. And it probably, I'm sure, started before then. I just noticed it at that point because by the time I noticed it, it was like a little pea-sized bald spot at the crown of my head. And so I'm like, okay, don't know what this is about. But in my mind, I'm like, well, let's just take care of my hair. Let's nourish it. Maybe it's a product. Maybe I'm pulling on it too much. Let's figure it out and it'll grow back in. But that just did not happen. And I went through a long time of denial. That something was really, really going on. It even took me a long time to go to a dermatologist to say, hey, what's happening here? Right. That's how much in denial I was in, right? So what was the second part of your question? I think I forgot.
No, you're fine. So as you were doing that, like you said, because it's often we do that. Let's talk about how you were like, let me, nourish my hair. We often do that. We don't look at signs sometimes of things that are happening, like especially like somebody who may have autoimmune or even like, cancer, sometimes breast cancer, like we as women, like we feel or see something and we're like, oh, it's probably no big deal. We don't follow up on it, right?
Right.
So you were trying to do this nourishing and you're doing at what point did you say, Kelly, this is more than I think it is and I need to go get help?
Oh, so it was to the point to where a lot of my hair at the crown of my head, let's just say if you can look at my fist, maybe it was getting like that. Like it was either balding or it was really, really thin in the area. And there were other spots on my head, like on the side that I was noticing getting thinner and thinner. So I was like, okay, let me go to the dermatologist. It's time. And when I went, basically, he looked at me and he was like, oh, I don't have to really do anything else. You have scarring alopecia. And I'm like, what is that? All of these things. But he really didn't give me a lot of information at that time. I didn't know anything about alopecia. I didn't know what the process was. He didn't do like any testing or anything on me. He was just like, I have seen this in so many women, especially African American women, because the type of scarring alopecia I have is the acronym is CCCA. And that form of scarring alopecia is predominantly in African Americans due to the styling practices and the hair care products that we were using in the past. Uh, Basically, we didn't know that it was damaging our scalps, our hair, all of that thing. So he was like, I've seen this a lot. There's nothing you can do about it. Right. And I'm just like, okay. Like again, at that point, I'm pretty sure like 30, early 30s. So I'm like, well, what do I do with this information? Right. In my mind, I'm like, okay, well, he's telling me this. So my next step is get some hair transplants. Let's go down that route. Let's see, what we could do. Went down that route to see if I could be a candidate. And I was told, no, I can't get hair transplants because of the type of alopecia I have. Basically, if they were to transplant the hair to the area that was missing hair, it would just fall back out. The follicles would just die. So I would be wasting my money. So they were like, no, that's going to be a waste of your money. Don't suggest this. I said, okay, now what do I do? Now I'm going to just cover it up. I'm just going to continue to just cover it up because that's what I've been doing. And there you go. Now back to the friends and support though. My friends and close family, now, a lot of people didn't know. So let me make sure I say that. The only people that really knew in my family were my mom and my sister. My close friends knew, but that was it. So they were very, very supportive, especially my friends. They were telling me all along, just cut it off. And I'm like, no, I'm not. But there was a point where I had to cut it off because of a hairstyle I got, and it took my hair out. I had a bad reaction to the product that the stylist used in my hair, and it just totally took my hair out. And I had to, in one day, shave my hair off bald. And I was not prepared to do that. But they were there to support me. They stayed with me the entire day. One of my friends called his barber, had him close the shop down and clear everybody out so I can go in and he could really, shave my hair off so that I could be comfortable. The support I received was just amazing. So I can't say much more about it. It was awesome, but I just didn't feel good. I did not feel good about myself. I was insecure. I didn't know what to do. I just was like, okay, I guess I have to continue to hide. I was wearing wigs, did not know in the beginning how to even buy a wig, a quality wig. I mean, it was in my late 20s, early 30s. I don't know anything about wigs.
Right.
And wigs definitely weren't the quality that they are now, right? So I had to go down that journey as well of figuring out how to buy a wig, what looks good, and all of the things that come with having a wig.
So
yeah,
as you're sharing that story, I was like, I pictured in my head, like your family that was the support system. It's so important in our life that we have the right support system. We talk about, my friend Lisa and I would talk about having the right people on your balcony, right? The people that are going to surround you, support you.